Hi guys, so today we're at Thorpe Park and Steph's already nervous about being on camera. Are you excited, baby?
Yeah.
Long travel, just under 4 hours to get here. Tons of traffic. But we've got here, now we're late. Today it's open 10 till 7. We've already booked his tickets, so we're going to go and get in. It is absolutely rammed in the car park. What are you thinking about on how many rides we're going to get on, babe?
I don't know. I need a wee first before we go on anything.
Right, let's go and get in. So we're finally in. It is very American styled how you enter. You've got all the security checks and things, which, to be fair, I was thinking about this in the queue, and I imagine it's because they have had trouble in past. But let's not get into the politics of it. We're through, and unbeknown to Stephanie, I've just treated her to 2 roller coaster fast passes, which cost an absolute fortune. But I figured 4 hours of the drive in here, we're not really going to have a chance to come back anytime soon because of its distance. So I thought, sod it, we'll treat ourselves. It's not very often we do. And quite frankly, if we'd have brought the kids, it'd have cost us that much anyway. So, and we're fast track. So it's cost me £60 each for each fast track. And for that you get 5 roller coasters. But again, there's different fast track variations and stuff. But that's the one I've gone with. But even this is very American, isn't it? It is very American vibe of the entire thing so far. And actually looking at the map, it doesn't look as big as I thought it would. But there is more. I think we've got 8 roller coasters, Steph was saying earlier. So it'll be interesting. If you hadn't already guessed, me and Steph have never been here before. Steph absolutely loves the roller coasters. I actually don't. But it'll be a good, interesting day. I don't mind roller coasters, I just get nervous when I get to them. So there you go, that's what you're greeted with as soon as you get out. And as you can tell, it is very roller coaster intensive. So it's going to be a good day. It's due to be 25 degrees today, blue skies. So let's crack on. Nice bit of beach here, which Harley won't be going on, because another thing you don't like is sand. That were Quantum and Vortex. They're pretty much as soon as you walk in. We're not going on rides like that today because we ain't got kids. We're pretty much here for the coasters. So what we're doing now is we're going to go have a walk around, find the food. No, not food, we're looking for fast track passes. And then I've promised Steph that we'll get some food because she's absolutely starving. So basically, we entered through here. We've come down, Quantum's now in front of me, Vortex is behind. It amazed me how long it took Vortex to load up. It was a good 10 minutes. And I mean, Quantum, as you can see, he's got 30 minutes. So if you're looking at Quantum for a 30 minutes queue time, I'm super glad I've just bought these fast track passes. That looks a lot smaller further away. So that's a 35-minute queue time. There's about 30 seconds of queue ride, isn't there? They really weren't decent. He literally set off and I was like, oh, I'll set camera up and get some footage as we do so. But the time it took me to cancel the video, turn the camera around, turn the microphone round, which were literally 10 seconds, it had stopped. So Mike can get some more footage of that later. At the minute, I'm gonna get a bit more footage of this ride and then As you can see, a lot of the ride that we've just walked past is Colossal, which is currently not open. Colossus, not Colossum, obviously. I do, like I said earlier, Thorpe Park does seem a lot more roller coaster orientated, which is super cool, because as you walk through, you're just constantly surrounded by a roller coaster track, which is something that I love about American theme parks. It's something that I always thought you don't get in the UK. I mean, look at that. So you saw then a bit of footage from So. I don't know why I didn't click on, but it was So. But yeah, it did strike me. I'm not a type of person to scream on roller coasters. I hold my breath. And it was quite interesting. There's only 4 people per car, but not one person was screaming. I definitely won't be screaming. This is new.
Yes, tallest wave and the fastest.
And that's Hyperia, apparently the fastest and tallest roller coaster in the UK, which of course we'll be getting footage of later. We'll be going on it later. I'm just pretty much catching a bit of footage to go around, mainly for my editing purposes later. There might be a lot of this that you don't see. But I figured while we walk around, while we see all this stuff, I may as well vlog it. And later when we go on rides, I'll also put footage on, tell you how we feel about it, and I'll also include information about the ride, how high it is, how fast it goes, and all that malarkey. This is not the first video, you should understand how this happens now. But yeah, I just thought I'd give you a bit of the experience as we walk around for the first time. And Colossus, I don't know if you heard it set off then and saw the last bit of the carriage, but Colossus is now testing. Not necessarily open, but they are testing it with empty carriages. So when it look, some point soon, it will be back open. It's not Banana Monkey Ride.
Oh, it's Nemesis Inferno.
Ah. Nemesis setting off as we walk past. Not to be confused with a Nemesis at Alton Towers.
Are you thinking of the other Nemesis?
See, the thing about Thorpe Park so far, there is theming, but there's nothing that is weird. There is a theme. Things are done. Things do look great, but there's not so much specific theme into an area. There is certain areas, the map labels up certain areas, everything's coloured on the map in certain ways. But regards to actual theming, like I've shown you that building looks amazing, but it's kind of the odd thing in each section. I mean, that building looks amazing. And that building looks amazing. But other than that, there isn't anything else of that theme, other than the coloured buildings. You know what I mean? And that's not a negative. I'm not being all, oh, the theming's rubbish. The theming's not rubbish, but there isn't a massive pull to themes that I'm feeling. Which, again, I'm not complaining about, because it is a theme park that's targeted at older people. So for me, I don't think the theming's that important when it's targeted at older people. But it is interesting to see such characteristics put into it, but not so much specific theming. Looking, Danny. After umming and ahhing what we're going to eat, we're actually currently searching for Burger King. I don't actually like Burger King, but let's eat. So we've got us fast tracks, we've had some food, now it's time to go get on some rides. It's already 1 o'clock, so luckily the park doesn't shut till 7 today. I think the first one we're going on is Stealth, which is actually Steph's scared of. I'll give some more info about Stealth after the video and after we've been on it. But it's pretty much a fast set off, up, straight back down. We're going to go on that. So like I said, it's cost me £60 each for these fast tracks. And I'm quite gutted because out of the 8 roller coasters, it says you can go on 5. What it doesn't actually tell you is a mix and match of 5, it only gives you 5 to choose from. So we've got Colossus, Stealth, the Swarm, Nemesis Inferno, and the Saw Ride. Which is min. I get my 5, I'm happy, but maybe not the newest ride, maybe I didn't expect that to be on. But it'd be nice to have at least 1 or 2 more chucked in there. If you're going to mix and match 5, at least give more than 5 options, you know what I mean? So here we are at Stealth. So that is Stealth. It goes from 0 to 80 in 1.8 seconds. It's got a 205-foot elevation, which is that bit right there. What did you think, babe? You were quite scared of going on that.
It was alright actually. I'd do it again.
It were really good. We stood waiting, and it's quite funny because you can't see the people because of the people queuing, and all of a sudden you just see all these heads just disappear. It is quite funny to watch. It is very much like Rita at Alton Towers. The theming's the same, the loading station's the same, the lights are the same. I believe it's faster than Alton Towers.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's much faster than Alton Towers. I can't quite remember what Rita is. But it shoots you off, and the time that you've caught your breath, the time that the pressure G-force has stopped on your chest, you're jumping up that hill. And as you jump straight up that hill, you then twist. And for some reason I twisted, I don't know about you, but for me, I expected us to twist the other way.
And I was just quite happy to get to the top, to be fair.
Twist it up and you get to the top and you think, oh wow. And then all of a sudden you go, right, we're going back down again. And something that you don't realise is the second drop there. So you come back down, you come down from the drop, you come round and there's a bump right there. And that bump is that extra additional, lifts you off your seat, drops you back down. To say it's only about a 3-second long ride, it is a really good ride. They're doing really good at fast turnaround as well, kicking people on, kicking people off. Same as Rita at Alton Towers, it kicks people off while the front people are loading, which is a great idea for a roller coaster, fast turnaround. And we'll stop because of music. So we're now on to Nemesis Inferno. Gonna get this, I'll get some action shots, and then we'll get on it and let you know what we think. Nemesis Inferno is obviously very similar to Nemesis at Alton Towers. It's not the same. Like I said, I'll give you the info after we've done the ride. It's themed around a volcano. The current queue time is 60 minutes. So let's get on it and let's get some footage.
You're gonna be like, ah! You feel like making a hamburger.
Face the blistering speeds of Nemesis Inferno. Be ready to board by filling all available rows. Each row can seat up to 4 people. Please join with other groups to fill the train. All riders must be a minimum of 1.4 meters tall to ride. The maximum chest restriction is 51 inches. Rows 4 and 5 have modified seats to allow a larger restriction. Nominate one lucky member of your group to place any bags and loose items.
I'm going on theme park worldwide on you now, to be fair. That's all I'm doing. He shows you merch, so why shouldn't I show you merch? I do like that. The volcano one. Again, the merch doesn't seem as maxed out as it is in Alton Towers, is it? So, Nemesis Inferno, babe, what do you think?
It was good. It's not as fast as the one at Alton Towers.
It's very compact though, isn't it? You literally come out of one inversion or whatever and you go straight into another one. It is very, very jam-packed. You ain't got a chance to get your bearings, which makes Harley very dizzy.
Still a good ride though.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. Still a good ride. I'd still recommend it. Good fun. Made Harley dizzy. But all rides seem to make me dizzy because I usually take my glasses off and I can't see all. So then I come off it extremely dizzy. Smiler at Alton Towers is worse. I get so dizzy on that. And then halfway through when it goes up the second lift hill, I've just about regained my balance, and then it goes again, and I get super dizzy again. But no, that weren't too bad. By the time I got to bottom of it, I'd leveled back out. But Nemesis Inferno. You'll see what next ride is. We're doing this fast past 5, and then we're going to see what just jumping queues after that. Something else I have just clicked on about Nemesis Inferno is the travel to the lift hill. It's quite long, isn't it, babe? So we got to the lift hill and Steph went, well, that was a good ride, wasn't it? Because it don't go fast. It is more like a kiddie coaster. But it is a kiddie coaster with inside Nemesis Inferno. The travel to the lift hill is just as good as any kiddie coaster I've ever been on. So that were quite humorous. But yeah, I just thought I'd add that in. We're now going to, where we're going now, Colossus? Colossus. I'm really looking forward to going on Darren Brown's. I'm a big fan of Darren Brown. So we'll get these roller coasters done first. And then Soar as well. And Swarm, that's the other one. I have just realised I missed giving out the information on Nemesis Inferno. It is a 750 metre track. It's 29 metre high and it goes 50 mile an hour at its top speed. It has 4 inversions, including a vertical loop, a zero G-roll, and an interlocking corkscrew. Yes, I did just read that because I kept screwing it up. Colossus is currently closed, so we've come down to the Soar ride because that's also on as fast track. I'm not quite sure what to expect of Soar ride, to be fair. I've never seen that much footage of it, but it does look like a cool little ride. Steph's just been pointing out the cooler fans that are blowing mist out. She says, oh, that's also American. So I thought I'd grab that as we walk into the Soar ride. As you can see there, the Soar ride's also got single rider queues, which is always nice. So we can fill gaps with single riders save you a bit of time. Do like the theming on this ride. As you can see, I think I've just said that we came to this one because Colossus had a big queue. But again, you've got such a massive queue for Fast Track. And obviously the queue is a lot shorter than the normal queue, because the normal queue is 90 minutes. But still, it's surprisingly a big queue for how much you paid. Now, I don't want to sound impatient because I'm not. We've never ever bought fast track tickets before, but we did because we knew we were going to be busy. So we went on to Colossus. Massive queue for Colossus on the fast track, but it had just been closed. So we went, fair enough. We came over to the Saw ride, and there was a massive queue for the Saw ride on the fast track. So I'm like, yeah, alright. We got in the queue. Barely anyone's joining the actual normal queue, but the fast track queue's growing. We waited 15 minutes and barely moved. Like I said, I don't want to sound impatient or unreasonable, but it's 70 minutes for the normal ride, and in 15 minutes we moved literally 2 steps forward on a big queue. So it's looking like the actual Saw fast track is going to take longer than the normal queue line. And at one point a woman came down from the queue line, and she was a member of staff, and she was looking at it. So I think she was kind of going, oh, we've got a problem. So we've decided we're going to go give Colossus another try. See how we get on. That's currently a 60-minute queue wait, and it is back up and running. So how we get on. So that is Colossus. It is 98 foot high, 44 mile per hour. It has 10 inversions, a vertical loop, a cobra roll, a double corkscrew, which, you know me, I've got spinner, not good. It's also got a quadruple barrel roll. Again, not good for the Harley. It's got a G-force of 4.7 and a duration of 1 minute and a half. Bebe, what did you think about Colossus?
You're alright. It hurts your head though, and your shoulders.
I quite enjoyed it, but I have got some complaints. First complaint is that I felt claustrophobic as hell in them seats. The seats don't hit your waist or your shoulders, the seats hit you on your knees. And there ain't much foot room. As we discussed last video, Harley likes to press the brakes. Harley had no choice but to press the brakes on this one. You hold your feet to the floor. You can't put them forward, you can't put them back. It's going off again, look. You can't put them forward, you can't put them back. I really didn't enjoy the feel. I really didn't enjoy the feel of it. And other than that as well, the headrest, it's a good job it's padded because I would have had concussion. Swear to God, it would... Not my thing. Did you really enjoy it, baby?
I did, yeah.
Out of 10?
7.
7 out of 10, not bad. We'll go and see what Soul's doing. I think we'll get a drink first, see what Soul's doing, carry on. And one bird in particular got a bit too close to a train track by the looks of it. Ushk. Right, we're going back over to Soul, see if the fast track queues die down a bit, and then we've also got the swarm to do. We're going to aim for Darren Brown as well today, because we want to go on Darren Brown. And what was the other one you wanted to go on, babe? Pardon? Yeah, Swarm, but you said something else. Darren Brown and The Walking Dead. See again, roller coasters just go straight on your head. I do love that feel of theme parks. Something else, and I know I've already shown you this walkthrough when we first got here, but something else that I really like, that in my eyes is quite American, is how you're so intertwined with all the coasters. A lot of British parks, you're not, they're encapsulated away, you can't get anywhere near them. But I mean, literally, you could not get any closer to the coaster without it being a danger than that. You wouldn't, a metre long stick and you'd be able to poke the track. Yeah. And I just love how intertwined you are. You've constantly got the tracks outside of you wherever you go. The tracks constantly go over your head, under your feet. And I love that. And it's not like that in the entire park. It's not like that around the entire park, but it is like that quite often. And I wish I'd got a bit more footage here. As soon as it's going round, let's tank fire for a little bit more footage. I mean, quite often videos don't do it justice, but it's so hard to express how close I actually am to the track. And the footage of Colossus I put near over the railing ever so slightly, and I was quite worried that someone was going to bang their head. See, you can even feel the wind off it. That is amazing. I do love that about this park. And I'm just showing you Colossus over and over again, but we're just walking to Sora and it's just constantly going around me and I can't not get that footage. And I think I'm going to get a bit more footage of the other end of the corkscrew. Absolutely fantastic. I love being so close. But I looked at it, Soul's closed, because as we're getting close to it, lots of people are walking away from it. And I did see an empty carriage a minute ago, which means everyone else will be going to other rides, which means we'll be a bit further back of the queue again. But yeah, there's an absolute huge queue here. And I think what they've done is, because someone, like I said earlier, someone came down from the queue line and looked at the situation. So I think what they've done is held everyone else off and pushed the fast track in, which then has obviously created a bigger queue for the rest of the rides, which isn't fair, but at the same point, if you're going to charge people that much, then it's not fair on them either. But yeah, as Steph just pointed out, it does say closed above the gate, so off to the swarm. I completely lost track at the minute. Stephanie wants some mist. And I think I need to wipe my camera lens. But it is out today, like it's, I don't know what it is at the minute, but it is forecast to be 25. Yes. 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 That mist is super fine. Yeah, that's cute for Colossus. Which is huge. And if you have got a fast track for Colossus, by the way, and it looks like a long queue, because we thought it were, it's not. It's one of them that they hold you well off before they put you in to the rest of the queue, if you know what I mean. It's a nice boat. See again, we're just at this part, and again, amazing footage places for the Colossus once again. It's becoming a very photogenic ride. And it is a good ride. Like I said, I really won't put it in my top 10, but it is a good ride. So we follow the yellow brick road further down. Yellow and red brick, but it were brick, and it were yellow and it were red. Back out to the rush, so we're back near the entrance now. And although I don't think I've documented most of it, we have walked around most of the park. And it's not a very big park, but it is very intertwined. Unlike Lightwater Valley that I will complain about of a week, where there's wasted space, here there is absolutely no wasted space. So that's a rush that we showed you earlier. And if it sets off in a minute, I'll get a little bit more footage of that. So that was a rush. Sorry that it's on two parts of the video at different sections. Now walking back through this part of the park, the entrance is on that side, so earlier we came down that way. We haven't walked down this bit yet, so I thought I'd document it for you. Bit of fairground riding, playage, donut factory. I don't like donuts. Steph does, and I used to like donuts, but I find them ever so sickly. Not necessarily from here, just in general. Lots of advertisements for Hyperia, but as Fast Track Pass didn't allow us on Hyperia, and there is currently a 2 hour queue. So like I said, we're going to do the Swarm, hopefully get on the Soar, but the other two rides that I mentioned that aren't roller coasters, they're not roller coasters, are they? Darren Brown, the Ghost Train, isn't it? Am I right in thinking that? Can't remember, but yeah, so we're going to head on them, and then Hyperia we're going to put towards end of day. We'll keep an eye on queue times. Yeah, see how it goes. I don't know if you saw it then, but we used to have the splash of completely fogged out then, it's Tidal Wave, and it does tell us on this road sign here. And I don't know what Steph's doing, but I'm going to go and get a bit of footage of it, because that looked amazing. And it is branded one of the wettest rides ever, allegedly. Not gonna lie, I'm really glad I didn't decide to stand in that cabin, because that's where I was heading. Of course, this is where we were earlier. So you got the Amity there, which has got the KFC inside. Yeah, I get. You can tell it's Jaws. There's a big shark somewhere. Oh, it's there, look, in Amity. But yeah, that was the section I was talking about, the theming on. Now walking back this way, away from the Jaws theming area, and down to find the Swarm. I mean, even Tidal Wave has got a Josie type feel to it. Now, I don't want to go over the same things over and over again. As I was saying before copyright came in and slapped me in the face, I were going back onto the theming, and I don't like to talk about the same things over and over again, but the theming is really good. It's just not intense, which is what you don't expect from a theme park that's not orientated at kids. And I've just zoomed in to show you that aeroplane, because although we got the RAF plane at Lightwater Valley, here you get plenty of commercial planes, passenger planes flying over, and it can make some really photogenic scenes like that one. and into the swarm area. Burnt out ambulance, went to the left. Got a crashed up plane. I like this area. This area is themed very well. And again, from what I was saying about Drayton Manor, that extra little bit, it adds to the thrill of the experience, but it also looks amazing to incorporate things inside the ride. Again, that theming, and I've just realised I've completely messed something up. I get into a really bad habit of not turning my microphone around, so if you can't hear the screams very loud, that is completely my fault. There's the beautiful Steph there. And again, look, you incorporated in the ride, constantly walking around it, can constantly touch the supports, which I think is amazing. And it is something that you see a lot more in America than you do in the UK. Now look at this helicopter. Because you've got to appreciate theming. Should turn my microphone around as well.
You must reply to our messages immediately. Coast Guard, you must reply to our messages immediately.
Unfortunately,
I've committed that far to the derelict feel. Even the fake derelict, even becoming derelict.
going on the ones in this one?
I can do it.
So that is the Swarm. It's 775 metres in length. It's 39 metres high and it goes, no double check, 59 mile per hour. It's got 4 inversions and a G-force of 4.5 times the force of gravity. And in all, it's a really fun, enjoyable ride. We got, like I said, fast pass for this one, and it took us about 25 minutes and the queue length for apparently an hour. So again, the fast pass is not working really great for us today, but there is another type as well. The unlimited gives you a wristband, and that gets you even faster access. Although it's got 4 inversions and stuff, it's not that much of an intensive ride. It throws you about a little bit, but it's more a very enjoyable ride. See what Stephanie thinks.
I enjoyed it. It's good at the top.
Say that again, just in case. Right.
So it's good at the top.
Let's go to the top.
Where it spins.
Yeah, as soon as it takes you up a lift hill, pretty much at the very top of the lift hill, it puts you upside down and then drops you down the hill. And Steph was like, I'm not looking forward to that, I'm not looking forward to that. But she really enjoyed it and it were nice. Like I said, that's a 49 or 59 mile per hour, it didn't seem that fast at all. It just seemed like a nice, enjoyable ride. But it is really hot here today, so I think that's what made it more enjoyable, the fact that we were just grateful to get some hot air, because we've been sitting in the sun for 30 minutes waiting for that ride. So the fact that we finally had a nice breeze on us were really great. Now off to see Darren Brown, Saw, and the other one that we keep talking about. See how we get on. Oh, Walking Dead, that's the one. Something else that I think is worth mentioning while we're walking around. We're struggling to get a drink. Obviously it's really hot today. We found one place but the fridges were turned off. They did have the refill things, but we're not into that. We just generally like a bottle of pop, a bottle of water, then you can have a sip every now and again, and it keeps you going throughout the day. So while I was taking pictures of Colossus, videos of Colossus, Steph went and got some cups for us. Not refillable cups, just normal cups. And for a cup of Coke Zero and a cup of Sprite, it were £8. £8? £8.50. Which I know these places put a price up, but £8.50 for less than a litre of pop is extortionate. Just outside the Swarm, you've got the Flying Fish. It's a kiddie coaster, and I know a lot of theme park vloggers do go on kiddie coasters, but quite frankly, me and Steph find it really annoying when your kids have waited ages for a ride and then there's adults going out on their own. We're not doing that today. We ain't got the time to do that today. We're looking at the bigger rides, but it does look like a decent little fast kiddie coaster. There's not that many great places to film it other than the queue line, and I'm not really interested in filming other people's kids, because let's face it, it's weird. But yeah, that is a nice little typical kiddie coaster, and it does look like it's got some speed. Just thought I'd point out the Amity Cove banner for the Amity Cove area, and I also wanted to point out, because we've been talking about the price of the drinks and stuff, they do also offer free refill points, which is awesome. Me and Steph aren't massive fans of tap water, and that's what it'll be, but at least for offering free drinks and they're not holding you by the gonads. But we have just bought 2 waters, a Fanta and a full fat Coke bottles, and that were £9 with someone's Merlin pass, because she was stood there and has used the pass, bless her. So yeah, I just wanted to point out that although they are taking you for all your money on the drinks, at least there's free water while you go around, which is always nice to see. So I don't know if you've seen it while I've been walking around, but this is in preparation for the Scarefest type stuff, which obviously entering September now, so it won't be that far away before we're into Scarefest season. And you might recognise this part of the park, because once again we're going to go and see if we can get on the Saw ride. 5th time lucky, yeah? Just in case I don't get a chance to fully vlog Hyperia, because we are running really low on time despite having fast passes. That's it, Hyperia. And it does look like a really good coaster, to be fair. However, at the minute we're going to the Darren Brown Ghost Train because the Soul Ride for the fast track has still got a massive queue. And it's not so much that it's a massive queue, it's the fact that it goes down really slowly. Darren Brown's Ghost Train is a 40-minute queue, and we're guessing it's going to take at least that for the Soul Ride on the fast track. So we're going to the Ghost Train without a fast track, and hopefully come back to the Soul Ride later on for the 6th time lucky. In for the Ghost Train. Like I said, we haven't got the fast pass for the Ghost Train purely because it's not included. Not only is it not included, it is on a different pass to what we've got. We've got the coaster pass. So let's see how this goes. I do think you can get Hyperia pass separate. Legend ring. The thing about queue lines that really annoys me is if you're not using the entire queue line, at least make it shorter. Walk 1,000 miles. And my fitness tracker's not even on, so I couldn't even tell you how many steps I've done. But I have just said to Steph, it's a really, really good job on our behalf that the park isn't physically as big as Alton Towers, because we've had to walk back and forth several times. And like I said, I think that's because we've got fast track passes, and although I have moaned about them, I am grateful that we've got them, because we would have been on far less by now. Like I said, all the rides are between half an hour to 2 hours. And there's only 1 or 2 of them at half an hour. Most of them, especially the bigger ones, are 1 hour to 2 hours. And like I say, even so with fast track, is looking like an hour long. And I did actually write the park an email, mainly to let them know the situation with Soul. And they just said, oh yeah, we're sorry. We tried to keep it as separate as possible and as fair as possible. Oh, some train times. Where we're going, babe? Now, I do want to point out that I never said I know a lot about these things. We've just realised that this is not the Darren Brown Ghost Train, because that opened in 2016 and shut in 2022. This is just a ghost train, which I were getting more and more suspicious, hence why I looked it up. And it's not, it's just a ghost train. And the interesting thing about that is it has live actors on it. And Stephanie does not like live actors. So I'm going to find this very, very funny. So we've just done the ghost train, and to tell you what, it's nice to come out and the sun is starting to set. Another great thing about that is I might be able to get some really good images. I ain't got my actual DSLR camera, which is a right shame because I like taking pictures of that, and I'm quite good at it, not to blow my own trumpet. Ghost train, actors, visual effects, audio effects, and the actual, I can't think of a word now, the word for like the building, and not animatronics, but the actual design of the building, the fake stuff. What? Yeah, the facade of the entire experience were really good as well. I think it lets itself down a bit because there's at least 2 points where it seems a bit rambly and you start to lose track of what the hell we're on about. But then, as a whole, it is really good. But one woman was in front of me going, oh, I'm getting bored of this now. I thought, shut up! It's about the experience. It's not supposed to be a gripping story. The storyline were alright, but like I said, they rambled on a little bit. What did you think, babe?
They were good. The actors were really good.
Yeah, I think the facade were min, the actors were min. A little bit funny as well. The thing I like about that sort of thing is it leaves the actors, which are staff, to be a little bit blunt. Coming out and the shop where you look at your photos is shut off. And people were like holding you up and trying to look in. And he just shouted from back, keep going, the door straight in front of you, the shop is quite obviously closed. Which you won't be able to do that in any normal setting, it's bad customer service. But in that setting it works brilliantly. So guess where we've gone? We're now back to Saw Ride. Probably, quite possibly the last time we're going to attempt it today. Hyperia is 120-minute wait, and we've actually only got, I ain't got a clue how long we've got, but surely there's only about 2 hours left. Will it come up to 5 o'clock? Is it come up to 5 o'clock? I'm not sure. We've lost all sense of time being in there. So yeah, we're going to try Saw again, and then if that's still got a long queue, either wait it out or go and find something else to do. So I'll let you know what we do. So we've decided to take the plunge. The Saw Ride is still out past the gate. 70-minute queue time for the normal lane. Fast Pass is still out the gate, like I said. But it is a ride that we really want to go on. There's 2 hours left at Park, and surely we're going to have enough time to get on this and something else. See you soon. Steph just pointed out something quite interesting. Obviously, 3 days ago we went to the House of Curiosities, Museum of Curiosities, and we saw the original Saw doll. And now we're about to go on the Saw Ride. It's cool, isn't it? Babe, do you want to play a game?
No.
Oh, sorry, I just put my mouth right close to the camera. I don't know why I did that. I didn't mean to. Look at Stephanie, she's so beautiful. Rules of the game. So that was Saw, and I ain't got much footage for you, I know I am, and I'm really sorry, but it is all really hidden. You can't really get around that part, so the only bit you can see is the lift hill and the drop on this side. There's a lot inside that occurs, there's a lot on the back that occurs, but like I said, you can't get around there because of other rides being in the way. But let me tell you, that is an amazing ride. It's a bit like a ghost train roller coaster, and that's really cool. But what he does a lot is very surprising sudden drops. A lot of the time. And the lift hill that you've seen on the video, that is incredible because you get to the top, and usually at roller coasters you go, right, we're going to drop in any second. No, you get to the top and you go back down, that is it. But that happens quite a few times. You don't expect to drop and then you drop. What did you think about Saw, Bubba?
I liked it. I liked the indoor bit because obviously you didn't know it was coming. I have got a vivid headache though because you get banged about a bit.
Yeah, it were another concussion-inducing ride, weren't it? And I think to that, I think it's more of the headrest. If you'd have put a bit more curvature on the headrest so your head fits in it, because I kept getting bashed to that and I thought I'll put my head back. But your head still bounces about. Out of 10?
8.
8 out of 10. Right, well we've got about an hour and a half left to burn, so we're gonna have a look around. I do want to put as well, because I've talked about the fast track in there quite a lot, so I just want to put it out there that when we joined that queue it was 70 minutes. The fast track took us about 15, no it took us about 20 minutes, 25. So fair enough. And I was joining someone earlier and they were saying that when the queue weren't moving it's because there were faults. I don't know if it meant with the ride. I'm sure someone said someone were kicking off in the line. Either which way, I also added a bit of video on showing you that the actual queue line is massive around the back of it, which you don't see in the fast track. So I semi-take back everything I was saying earlier about fast track. Still not overall impressed with the fast track experience at Thorpe Park, but I do take back some of what I've said because it's been justified. Do you want to see what Hyperia is like if it's in a queue?
I think it's about 2 hours queue.
We decided to have another quick ride on Colossus. Now we're heading over to The Walking Dead. Have a quick go on that, and I think that could be the end of days, or we might be able to fit one more ride in after that. In all, we've just been talking about the fast pass while we're queuing for the Colossus. And you know, it is one of them things that I got 120 quid for the 2 fast passes and it weren't that great. However, as our day has been a lot better because we've had them. So although it's not as ideal as somewhere like Alton Towers, you could argue it's got more roller coasters, it's harder to manage. Whatever, the top and bottom of it is, I don't think it's managed the best, but it has made us day better. And these guys want to be on YouTube. So this is Hyperia. We haven't got the time to go on it. Steph's decided that although it's the highest and fastest, it will be a waste of our last hour. We can do 2 or 3 things rather than just this one. But they have just announced that they are now, in this last hour, going to try and set a record for how many carriages they can get out within 1 hour. So they've asked everyone to hold on to the bags. One person out of the group hold on to the bags. Let's load these trains, let's get them out, and let's try and set a record. And it does look like an incredible coaster, to be fair. So it is something we'll have to come back to in future. And the fact that it's brand new is gutting that we can't get on it. But hey-oh. Queues be queues. If there were a fast pass for it, I would have got it. So that's the ghost train, and just down here is The Walking Dead. And I've just been saying to Steph, if it weren't for the fact that we've been back and forth into Saw all day, trying to get on that without wasting time, then we'd probably be able to get another ride. So ironically, we have wasted more time. But to be fair, the first time we went, we spent 20 minutes and the queue didn't move. The second time we went, it closed. So we weren't to know really, not our fault. But Walking Dead's 15 minutes, so we have got time for more rides after this one. Live actors, main entrance. Let's go. Completely forgot there's a bike here. Fancy that. Can't park there, mate. I believe this is actually joint onto the Ghost Train ride. Although it might not be. So there we go, I'll stop filming, and when we're starting to film, I'll turn you back on. There has been a bit of theming that I noticed. Like in the Ghost Train earlier, there was a reference to the other area of the park, the Jaws one. Can't remember what it's called. But yeah, there is a bit of cross-theming going on, which is nice. I'm surprised Steph wants to go on this, because she really doesn't like live actors. All along the watchtower. So that was a Walking Dead coaster. And it is a coaster, there were no live actors in there. I don't know if it usually is, but they weren't today. It goes 28 mile an hour, 400 metre long surprisingly, and it were a really good ride. Where are you going? And it were a really good ride. It is kind of kiddie coaster, indoor coaster. Like I said, 28 mile an hour, 400 metres long. And there's some clever bits in there. There's no inversions or anything like that. But there is a clever bit, like there's a bit where it's right, I'm bringing you to a stop. Right, I'm going to set you off again. And as he tries to start the vehicle, it jutters forward and it keeps cutting out, and then eventually it sets off again. So there is clever bits. I won't queue long for that, but it was a good, alright little ride. Stephanie's have a drink, and then we'll ask her what she thought about it. What did you think about Walking Dead, baby?
But I didn't know it was a roller coaster. I just thought it was a walk-through thing, so it was actually quite a surprise.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
I said I enjoyed it, but I won't queue much longer than 15 minutes for it.
No. Stop laughing.
So with half an hour left, we've decided Stealth's only got a 5-minute queue allegedly, so we're going to go and bounce on that, and then see what else there is. Nemesis has only got 15 minutes, so we'll see what crack is after we've finished on Stealth, although we can't currently figure out where we are. So we're going to do Stealth and we're going to do that. But I think I've pretty much shown you everything that I'm going to show you. Done all the rides that we're going to do. So what we'll do is we'll go on these rides, and then as we're walking out, we'll do as outro and tell you how his day went. In a bit. Just as we are, I thought I'd get you a good view of the beach, because obviously video is not permitted here during day. People might be wearing bikinis and stuff, I assume. So I just thought I'd show you the beach while I can, because it looks a lovely little place, especially with sunset and just behind it there, look. Beautiful. Now obviously we were still on the bridge, there is the other side as well. Beautiful. So there we go, Thorpe Park. Beautiful roller coasters in the background showing us off. Mint day. Like I say, open 10 till 7. It's currently about 7:30. Colin got Steph an ice cream. And to cool us down, because it's still above 20 degrees. There is a slight breeze now though, which is really nice. But yeah, it's been an absolute amazing day. For me, the biggest downfall of the day is we couldn't get on Hyperia. I'm going to pause it because there's a bit of traffic confusion and I don't want to get run over. if we could have added Hyperia to his list, that would have been mint. And it'd have been good for the channel as well, to be fair. But it weren't possible. We didn't even get back on Nemesis either, because the queue line were more like 20 odd minutes. But as it is, they have got an app for queue times. The queue times are visible on the boards. I've said it a few times, but I want to clarify, when I talk about theming, they have done a really good job with theming. I forgot the name of the place again. Joe's place. Amity. The Amityville area were on point. My favourite theming though was Swarm. The Swarm's theming, bang. All that area, all the way through the ride queue, everything was absolutely on point. But I've had a cracking day. Really good roller coasters. Like I said, I'm really glad that I bought Steph a fast pass, because if not, we wouldn't have gone anywhere near as much, and it'd have been a really much wasted journey. Stephanie, what would you say has been your highlight? Have you had a good day?
I have. I've enjoyed it. Everything. Because they're all new, so I enjoyed all of them.
All new to you.
They're all to me. I've never been before.
Favourite thing?
I don't know. I quite like Stealth, even though I was scared of it at the beginning. But Swarm, I like Swarm as well.
The Stealth were good. It is an amazing ride. You've got keys, Bubba. It is an amazing ride. And something that it's got absolutely nothing to do with the park. But the fact that there's so many airports nearby, there's constantly planes flying over. And I've tried my best not to make that too much of a video, but there is at least one clip of that, because it is mind-blowing. And again, videos never do it justice. The planes always look really small, but from eye view, they're a good inch big, 2 inch. And it really adds to it, especially when you're queuing and you're like, oh look, another plane. On way here, we were constant plane spotting. I've just seen another one take off. They're just constant, and it really is nice to watch. The park is super clean. I haven't seen anything at any point and gone, oh, that's not done right. And everything's been really looked after as well. You saw the Amityville houses earlier that were colourful. They look like they've been freshly done. She's trying to open car and battery's dying. Yeah, everything. I don't think there's all I can complain about. Oh, you can complain about, Stephanie?
My feet hurt.
It's a very long day. We got up at 6 o'clock this morning. It's now 7:30, and I've got about a 3-hour drive back home. And then tomorrow, I've got to do pub line cleaning. I've got to do cleaning as well. And then I'm interviewing Stephen Smith for All I'm Saying Is. So we'll leave it at that. Enough of my sob stories. All I'm saying is, and I need to find a new outro, because this is not called All I'm Saying Is, but I'm going to stick to it for the time being. All I'm saying is, I love you. Take care of yourself, take care of those around you, and we'll see you real soon. Bye. Last comment before we go. Look at how little Saw looks. This little ride right here. That's Saw. Little cutie.